about this game now.
Unbelievable.
Wolf, tell us what the MVP is.
I don't know, man. At this point, everybody is. But Ogwen, of course, many times in this game, and this is not the last itemization coming out from Ogwen. In fact, went for the rapid boots eventually to go for the favor back. But then, fleeting time as well as flashing DOAs and Queen's Wings, a very important item to have in this particular game. And that actually transitioned into a actual classic. We're going to see how long this round of highlights will be for both teams. As we know that everybody is just trying to outplay each other, and that's a very true for Minana Evos. However, in the let's just talk about the breaks of the game. Like in the end, Minana Evos didn't have the better decision making. And that's because they are making so many mistakes. And by the way, Flap and Marco defended this so well, went in for Doming, and then look at this, no more minions available for AP for Minana Evos. So many times did they come very, very close. And there's another wave of minions, but unfortunately no more damage out for Minana Evos. Skazen was taken out. Another fight ensues, and Super Marco popped the Wind of Nature. And the Immortality, also bought the Immortality, I mean. The right moment. And then Flap TZ just output the damage. And then on this defense, look at this. Few knew that the cannons will not go up close in person because they're long range, so that they will not be in range of the base, and that's why the base was tanky. But in comes another defense from Minana Evos. Very smart take coming out from Ap.Bren for sure. However, Minana Evos just, positioned themselves so well, and that penalty zone into the Winter Truncheon really forced Ap.Bren to commit, and now this was that play. The play that kind of destroyed Minana Evos' hopes. And even when the Minoan Fury wasn't on point, they still got it. You can see Ogwen healing for a little bit. Actually waited for the minions and then just rushed. Going for the attack. Went into jump to the right side and then eventually took out the base. So many good details in this game that will never be summarized with just a few minutes. We are going to be looking at Ap.Bren and Minana Evos' choices when it comes to the emblems. Tank for Flap TZ as well as Ogwen. And then for Spider-Man is going for support. As, also important to take note that Kaizen went in for the damage build-up, which he had a lot of impact with. There's nothing really special about this, but the fact that both teams are just focusing on the objectives, or at least for when it comes to the Lord Dances, that's how Minana Evos were able to prolong this game, then eventually took out Ap.Bren. Again, it's all about circle versus circle. Minana Evos, the reason why they were winning some of the team fights in this game was because of the fact that they're inviting Ap.Bren into their own bubble. Get inside and then punch them afterwards. It happened to Flap TZ, eventually happened against Super Marco. Died 3 times in this game. But you can really pinpoint any kind of bad plays coming up from Minana Evos because there are so many good plays that they did as well. However, in the end, deciding to go with Lancy just being overly aggressive, as well as Doming's positioning and that choice of bush that he held on to. In hindsight, of course, it looks like a mistake, but then again, Minana Evos are just trying to make plays happen, and I think that's a hallmark of a good team. Dan as well as Renmar, because I think that for Minana Evos, they were trailing behind for so long, but there wasn't any time where they were just passively waiting for Ap.Bren to commit the mistake. They're trying to be proactive, actually.
Yeah, and that proactivity, I feel like, though there were times where we questioned it, deep down, I liked it.
Yes.
Because they were trying to find something.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that later. First up, let's talk about our MVP.
Oh, very far from a Chambas area or that. Very far from luck. This is our match MVP, Super Marco. Can I just remind everyone that he had Blade of Despair and Fury Hammer at 5 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how nasty it was. And by the way, he was facing up against Layla Diggy. Typically, when you're facing up against a Diggy lane, it's not gonna bid well for you. So now, Minana Evos, they did have a great punish. In fact, I thought that they will have a great shot in the early stage, but this thing happened. The Ogwen disaster happened for Minana Evos. Just with 2 kills, and now they have owned that gold lane. And afterwards, the pinch, the massive pinch from Ap.Bren, corralling Lancy in that spot where he had no choice, and he was taken out. And then, at this point, it's just a shoot-around from Ap.Bren. Both you as well as Super Marco just looking for the right angle, the right timing to end this. Beautifully done. And look at that. Oh, it's not a truncheon. It's actually a direct hit. Oh my god. Never doubt Fuse. Fuse aim. Again. Ever again. I gotta say, like the Renner apathy shot was it landed because of the enhanced hitbox, but my oh my, that few shatter was on a point. Like literally, crosshair headshot coming out from that guy, and now I wonder why he's not the MVP. Well, maybe because he died first, but Minana Evos did not capitalize from that. Interestingly, Kaizen had a great game at the start, and I thought that they will leverage that fact. The thing is, they wanted to go for the third turtle fight. However, Ap.Bren kind of corrected their way again, invading the third purple buff. So that happened around the 6-minute mark, which when you saw the combination of the Shatter in combination with skill 1 of CalTZ and Retribution, really caught Kaizen off guard, and that allowed Minana Evos to just, disallowed, Minana Evos to snowball and leverage this Akai early game. But the carry, 90k damage in 17 minutes from Few, the idol of the kids, showing no signs of slowing down.
When you were talking about how